Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video of mine where today I'm going to be showing you how to build a website with Bluehost just like the one you see here in about 30 minutes. Now, if you guys have never made a website or even used Bluehost or WordPress before, that's totally fine. You can be a complete beginner to all of this and still follow along easily because there's not going to be any coding or anything complicated like that involved. Everything is pretty much drag and drop, and this entire guide is going to be step by step, so I'll be walking you through the entire process. And no matter what type of website you want to create, whether it be a personal website, a blog, or a website for your business, WordPress has thousands of free templates. So even if you don't like the look of this website, there's a bunch of others to choose from, which I'll be showing you guys how to get access to all of them for free. So if this sounds good to you guys and you have 30 minutes, stick around and I'll show you how to build a website with Bluehost. But before we get started, I just want to go over a few quick basic things that you need to know before starting your Bluehost website. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over with you is the pricing. So what are the costs involved with building a website with Bluehost? There's only going to be one fee through this entire process, and that's going to be for the website hosting, which if you use my discounted link below in the description, your cost will only be $2.95 a month. Everything else is free. Now, if you don't know what website hosting is, it's basically where all your content on your website is going to be stored at. Another way I like to describe what website hosting is to people is like this. Say you're going to build a house somewhere. First, you would need the land to put the house on. It's the same thing with a website. You're going to need somewhere to put your website. So if you think about your website as your house and then the hosting as your land, it's pretty much the same thing. And then when you hear domain name, that's just the name of your website. So like youtube.com, facebook.com, those are examples of domain names. Now, some website hosting providers may charge you a fee for a domain, but Bluehost includes one for free. So like I said, the only fee through this entire process will be for the website hosting. Everything else, like the website templates and anything else in this guide, is all free. So the first thing we're going to need to do is go and get our website hosting and free domain name. And if you guys are interested in getting a discounted price on your hosting, I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is head over to my website's hosting discount page so we can apply the discount code. So the link to that is createwpsite.com/hosting discount. Or you can click the link in the description box below this video. So once we get here, we're going to land on this page. And then we're just going to scroll down and click on this Bluehost coupon, and that will automatically apply the discount and bring us to this page here where we'll pick our hosting plan. And then from here, we're just going to click on this green Get Started button. And that's going to bring us to the hosting selection page where you can choose any of these packages that you want, but for this example, we're just going to go with the basic $3.95 a month package. And then in a little bit here too, I'm going to show you how we're going to get this for actually $2.95 a month instead of $3.95 a month. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to pick our domain name. And if you guys aren't sure what to name your website, here's a couple of tips that may help. And then once you find the domain name that you want to use, you can just type it in and then click next, and that's going to show you if it's available or not. Sometimes stuff isn't available, so you have to come up with a different name. And once it is available, you just click on this next button here. And then once we get to this next page, you can see up at the top that the domain name is available. So we're just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this info here for the payment section. And then after you scroll down a little bit, you're going to also see the account plan again, and mine's still selected on the basic 36-month price for $3.95 a month. And then once you get to the package extras, really you don't have to select any of these if you don't want to, but just for privacy reasons, I'm going to select the domain privacy plus protection. But again, none of these package extras are going to be required to have to finish the rest of this guide. So even if you leave them all blank, that's totally fine. And now the trick to getting the hosting even a little bit cheaper is to go up and basically pretend like you're going to close the page without actually closing the page. So if you're on a desktop computer, just go up and hover the mouse over the X and pretend like you're going to close the page. And once you do that, you're going to see a special sign up offer pop up, and it's going to offer you the hosting for just $2.65 a month. And all you have to do to get that is click on the green Claim Savings button. And once that savings is applied, you'll see as long as you have no package extra selected, your savings is going to be $192.24, making your total $95.40 for 3 years of hosting, which is a great deal. Okay, and then after that, I'm just going to scroll down here to the payment information and put that in. And like I'd mentioned before, this stuff is just going to be blurred out for privacy reasons, obviously. And then the last thing you got to do is just check the terms of service box, and then after that just click on the green submit button. Alright, then we're just going to land on the receipt page so you can see what your total is for your website hosting. Depending on your package that you chose, you're going to see possibly a different number, possibly a higher number, or a lower number than the one you see here. And then after that you can just go back up and click on the blue create account button. And then once we get here, all you're going to have to do is have your domain name entered, and then you're just going to have to create a password. And then make sure you make note of that password too, because you're going to need it to log into your account. And then after that, after you check the terms of service box, you can just click on the blue create account button. Alright, and now our account is ready to go, and just click on the blue go to login button. And then you're going to enter your domain name and then the password that you created, and then just click on login. And then once you get to this point, we're going to set all this stuff up later inside WordPress, so you can just go down here to the bottom and just click on skip for now. And then once you do that, it's just going to install WordPress for us, and that's only going to take a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes tops. Okay, and then once that's installed, you're going to land on your Bluehost dashboard, and now you've successfully set up your website. Now all we got to do is set up a couple more things and build our site. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to the left side here and click on My Sites. And then once you do that, all you have to do is hover your mouse over your website right there and then click on Log into WordPress. Then after you click that, you're just going to see a couple pages here, and once those are finished loading, we're going to end up on our WordPress dashboard. And this is going to be the page that you see every time you log into your WordPress site. This is going to be where you add all your content and where you edit your content, which also includes choosing the look of your website, among a lot of other things too, which we'll get into. But before we get into any of that stuff, we just need to do a few more things before we can get started. So what we're going to do is go back over to the Bluehost section, and then on the left side where it says domains, we're just going to click on that button. And then once you get to that page, right there in the middle, just click on the contact button, and that will bring us to this page. So from here, what we need to do is verify our email. So if you haven't gotten an email from Bluehost already, you can just click on this blue resend verification email button. And then after that, you can go to your email account that you registered Bluehost with, and then find the email. That should look like this, and then once you see it, you can just click on the green verify your email button. And then once you click that button, it's going to send you to this Who Is verification page, just confirming that you verified your contact information. Okay, and after that, we're just going to go back over to the left side here and click on My Sites. And then we're going to click on the Manage Site button. And that's going to take us back to our WordPress dashboard, where you're going to see it says Coming Soon Active. This basically means that your site isn't active yet until you click the blue Launch Your Site button. So you can go ahead and click that button. Okay, so our site is officially live, and now we're going to start building the actual website. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is install our website template, or as it's called on WordPress, our theme. So to do that, we need to go over here to the left to Appearance, and then click on Themes. Okay, so when you guys get here, you're not going to see any of these themes because it's a brand new site. So what you need to do is go up here and click on Add New. Now this page right here is where you're going to find all your themes at. And if you go up to the top here, you're going to see a bunch of different categories. And if you click through them, you're going to notice a bunch of different themes here. Just going to go through them real quick. 8,219. And you guys can scroll through these right here and just take a look at them. Because like I said earlier in the video, that if you guys don't like the look of this theme that we're using today, you can just go with a different one of these right here. But if we scroll back up to the top, there's also a feature filter you can check out if you click here. And so if you guys have any specific things that you want this theme to have, you can go ahead and select them right here, and then you can click Apply Filters, and then that's going to show you all the different themes that fall into those categories that you selected. But the theme that we're going to be using today is called Fairy. So we're going to go up here to where it says Search Themes and type in Fairy. And here it is right here. And you guys will notice on mine too that it already says activated, but yours is going to say install. So right here you're just going to click on install, and then after that you're going to click on activate. And that's how easy it is to switch in and out of themes anytime you want. And anytime you guys go and click on and install a new theme, it won't change any of the content on your website, it'll just change the layout of it. So if you guys want to go through and test a bunch of different themes, that's okay. You can always go back to your original theme. And like I said, it won't change any of the content, just the look of it. So after that, if you guys want to go back over here to themes and just make sure that it's been installed, you can go right here and look, and it should say that it's active right here. Now the next thing we're going to do is edit some of our site info. So to do that, we're going to come over here to where it says Settings and then click on General. Okay, so once we get here, this is where we're going to edit our site title and our tagline. So whatever you want your website to be called, that's where you're going to put the title of your site here. Since mine's a food blog, I just put in Life and Limes. And then your tagline, like it says here, in a few words explain what the site is about. So I put in a family food blog with easy, well-tested, approved recipes. You guys can put in whatever you want, and then after that, after you fill that in, you can just scroll down here, and then you can click on this Save Changes button right here. And then after that, we're going to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to add in your menu section up here. So we're going to go back to dashboard, and then we're going to go over where it says Post. And then after that, we're going to click on Categories. Okay, and so once we get to this page here, this is where we're going to add in all our categories. Now, depending on what kind of site you guys have, you can determine what type of categories that you want. So for example, for a food blog, I've just included breakfast, chicken, dinner, gluten-free, lunch, pasta, and vegan. Because on my blog, those are the main categories that I'm going to be writing about. So whatever categories that you guys think are appropriate for your site, you can just go ahead and add them in right here. And so for example, say I want to add the category dessert. I would just type that in right there, and then you don't have to add anything right here or any of this. You can just click on Add New Category, and then it will simply add that category to the list here. And if you guys want to delete a category, all you have to do is select it right here, and you can either click delete, or you can go up here and click on delete and then hit apply, and that will get rid of that category right there. And once you guys have added 4 or 5 different categories, you don't have to click save or anything after that. You just have to click on add new category for each one, and it just automatically saves them to the categories here. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to go and add in these categories to your menu section. So what we need to do is go over here to Appearance and then click on Menus. Alright, so now we're in the menu section, and you guys won't have a menu yet, so all you need to do is click on Create a New Menu, and then you can name it whatever you want. It doesn't matter, it's not going to show up anywhere, it's just for you to see. So you can even name it Menu 1 like I did. And then once you do that, we're going to go over here to where it says Categories, and we're going to select that drop down menu right here, and we'll see all the categories that we just created. Now, so any of those categories that you want to select and you want them to show up on your main home page, you'll just select them, and then you'll click on Add to Menu. And you'll also notice here too, if I bring it down and then bring it a little bit to the right, see how it goes in like that? That means if I set this down right here, this gluten-free is now a sub item for whatever category that it's under. So under pasta, if you click that category on the menu, you would see the gluten-free menu also pop down. But if you don't want it to be a sub item again, you can just bring it over here to the left, and then it's no longer a sub item. And also you'll see this top link right here. This is actually a custom link that I made. And I always have a home button on my menu just so people can click it anytime they want to go to the home page. And so to do that, you go over here to custom links. And so whatever your website is called, whatever your home page is, you would just paste that URL in right here. And then for the link text, you could just put home like it says for my button. And then you can click on add menu. Okay, so now once you guys have all your categories where you want them, you need to come down here and make sure on this display location, this primary button right here, make sure that's selected. Because if it's not selected, then your menu is not going to show up at the top of your website. And then if you have that, make sure that's selected, you can come down here and click on Save Menu. And then after that, we're going to go back to the dashboard. And if you guys ever want to go and just check on how your site is looking as you're working on it, you can just go over here to where your site name is and then just click on Visit Site, and that will bring you to your home page. And then if you guys want to go back to your dashboard, you can just go up here and then click on Dashboard. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start adding in some content. So we're going to go over here and create our first post, and we're just going to click on this Post button right here. And once you guys get here, it's just going to be a bunch of blank posts. There might be one example post, but for the most part, there's not going to be anything. Also, if you guys want to, once you have some posts, if you ever want to delete them, it's exactly like the categories where you just select it right here, go up here, and you click on Move to Trash. Then you can click on Apply, and that will get rid of that post for you. But what we need to do is go up here and click on Add New. And right here is just a basic blank post. This is what it's going to look like every time you add in a new post. You're going to have a spot for your title, whatever the title is of your article. And then down here is where you're going to put in all your content. Your words, pictures, videos, any links that you have to anything, that will all go down here. And if you guys notice this little plus button right here, it's called a block. If you click that, you're going to see a bunch of different stuff that's going to pop up. So anytime you want to add in some words, you would click on this paragraph, or if you want to add an image, you click on the image. And then if you click here on Browse All, that's going to bring down a big drop down of a bunch of different things you guys can check out. And my recommendation for you guys is just to sort of make an example post, one that you're not even going to publish, just something that you can sort of play around with and click some of this different stuff right here and just see what it does if you think it's something that you might want to use. Here's also where you can add in a YouTube video. So I'm just going to click this for example. Now for this, all you have to do is go to your YouTube video that you want, and then you would copy the URL here, and then you'd paste it right here, and then you click on embed, and then your YouTube video will now be in your post. So I just jumped over to this post that I just created earlier, just to give you guys an example of what it's going to look like. And as you can see right here, I have my title, and then I have some text, and some more text, and then right here is where I included an image. And if you guys want to add in an image, all you need to do is go here and find that plus button, click on Add Block. And if you don't see image right here, you can click here, Browse All, or you can type in image, and then it'll pop up. And the more you use these two, the more that they'll just pop up automatically. So if we click on image, you can either go to upload if you want to upload a picture from your computer, or if you already have stuff in your library, in your media library, you can click on one of your photos right here. So I'll just click on this for example. And then if you click on select after that, there's your photo right there. And if you guys want to center it, click on Align Center. If you scroll back up here and you click on this button right here, the settings button, that's going to pop out this whole other section. And if you keep scrolling down a little bit right here, you will see all those categories that we made earlier. And so again, the point for these is whatever your article is, whatever category it falls in, that's where you're going to select it right here. And so that way, anybody who goes and clicks on your menu section, when they click on one of these options up here, like dinner for example, they'll see this best classic hamburger recipe post in that specific category. And basically what that does is just help organize your site a little bit. And now if you guys are wondering how to get the images right here to pop up for each post, what that's called is a featured image. And if you keep scrolling down here past this point, past the categories, you're going to see the featured image is right here. And so mine says replace image, but yours is probably going to say add new. And so all you would do is click on that. I'm going to click replace image. And then that's going to bring you to your media library. And that's just where you would select your image. Just like uploading a regular image on our post, it's the same thing. Or if you wanted to upload a file, you can go ahead and do that, select your file, and then after you do that, you can just click here and set it on your featured image. And then after that, that's the image right here that's going to pop up for your article right here. Okay, and then right here where this says tags, this is basically where, say if you want Google to find your article, what you would do is add a tag here, which would be like the best classic hamburger recipe. You might put in whatever your title is, you might put that in for your new tag. And that basically tells Google or other search engines what this post is about. So if I just selected this right here, then I put it here, and then as you can see it says separate with commas or hit the enter key. You can either hit enter or you can do a comma, and that's just going to add that tag right there. And now if we scroll back up here, you guys are going to see this was published on April 12th. And if you go over here to this new post, you'll see that it's not published at all. And this is because the post isn't live yet. And so if you guys want to make it live, all you would do is go up here. After you make sure you have your entire article set up the way you want it, you would just go up here and you click on publish, and then you click on publish again. And now this post is officially live. Or say you guys are working on a post but you don't actually want to publish it yet, you just want to save the changes to it. All you'd have to do is go up here and click on save draft, and that won't post it, but it'll just save it for you so you can keep on working on it until it's ready to be published. Okay, now a couple other basic things I want to show you guys too. If you select some text right here and you just click on it, say you want to bold it, click here. That's how you bold that. Want to get rid of it, same thing. Then if you guys want to take like this section right here and move it, because these are all on different blocks right here. So if you want to take this and move this section, you can just click on this arrow and bring it down. As you can see, it brings that under here. If you want to bring it back up, you can do that. And then if you guys want to add in a link, so if somebody goes and they're reading this and then they see burger, and maybe you want that to link out to somewhere else, to another website, click here and then you would type in that URL. So for example, google.com. Now anytime somebody goes and clicks on that right there, it's going to bring them to google.com or whatever link that you have set up. And then if you guys want to get rid of that, you would just click on it here and then click this again and click unlink. And I'll show you guys too again how to do the YouTube video. I'm actually going to get rid of this right here. If you guys want to get rid of this, you just click on the delete button, get rid of that, bring this back down, and then I'm going to click this. I'm going to click on YouTube again, and I'm going to enter my URL here and then click on embed. And now right there will be my video. And then if you guys want to change the text color, you can go right here, click on text color, you can change it right there. Or else you can go right here and select whatever it is that you want to change the color to. You can go to color settings, you can change the text color, you can also change the background color. And also if you go up here too, you can click on the font size, you guys can change that too. And now what I would recommend for you guys to do is go out there and take a look at any other popular websites that are similar to your website and see how they're creating their blog posts and their articles, and try to kind of copy what they're doing a little bit, or copy the stuff that you like, but then also try to add in your own stuff too so it's unique for your site. And so that's pretty much going to do it for the blog post section. So after that, what we're going to do is just head back to our dashboard. Alright, and now I'm going to show you guys how to go and add some of the stuff here in the sidebar, like this image here, the search bar, recent posts, this other image, categories, and then this other image right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our dashboard. Then we're going to go to Appearance, and then we're going to click on Widgets. Okay, so this is the Widgets page, and basically this is just where you're going to go to add in a bunch of stuff for your sidebar. You guys don't have to add in anything here. Maybe you don't have anything to add yet. That's totally fine. You can always come back and do it later if you do have something you need to add. But to start for this, like for example here, the image is right there, and to do that you would just take this, pick that up, drag that right here. I'm actually going to delete that though because I already have it right here, but that's how you do it, and bring it into the sidebar there. If we click here, you'll see that I have the image right here. And so this is a good place to put an ad here if you guys have an ad, or maybe some Google AdSense, anything like that. And this is the same thing with all our other images. All you would do is just click on the Add Image button. This says Replace, but you just click on the Add Image button, or if you already have an image like mine, you can click Edit Image. And you can go here and you can choose the size. Pretty much the perfect size for this sidebar is about 300 by 250 size image. So you guys can go and just pick up an image that's around that size and then upload it, and then just put whatever link you want here, whatever you want, wherever you want someone to go when they click on this image, you would put that link right here. And then if we close this up and we go to the search, this is just, if you scroll down here, you'll see the search button right here. You can take that, just drag it up here, and that's going to be, you always want to have a search bar on your site, so anytime somebody's looking for something specific, they can just go and click on it and search for whatever they want, and anything they search, those articles that are related to that search term will be brought up. And then recent post here, this is another good one to have just because it shows all your recent posts, and maybe they'll want to check out some other posts while they're reading another one. And right here you can click on show number of posts. I have it set to 7. You could make it do 1 or 2 or 10, whatever you want. And then also I have another image right here. It's the same thing, pretty much the 300 by 250. And then also I have the category section, which is also good if people are just scrolling through and then they see the category, they might be interested and then they might click on it. And then for the last thing is just another image right here, and it's the same thing as all the other ones. 300 by 250, and then the link to whatever site it is that you want people to go to. So if you guys want your sidebar to look like mine, make sure you just have all these in the same order: image, search, recent post, image, categories, and then another image. And then it will look exactly like this, except for it will be custom with your recent post, your image, and your categories. Okay, now after that we're just going to head back to the dashboard. Alright, now to kind of wrap this up, I'm just going to show you guys how to edit some of these colors and different things here. So to start, we're going to go up here to where it says Customize, and then click on that. And then once you guys get here, I would recommend just kind of like I said with the other things, just kind of scrolling through it, maybe not clicking anything or changing anything, just kind of go through, check out everything. And a quick thing I wanted to mention to you guys too, the photos that you see right here were all from this free stock photo site called Pexels.com. You guys can go here if you need some images for your website. They're free to use, copyright free. You can just go here and search for whatever type of photos or videos you're looking for. Then you can save those images and then you can upload them to your site like I showed you earlier. But back over here, if we go to site identity, this is another spot too where you can edit your site title and your site tagline. Now if you guys don't want those, you can click on this button right here and it gets rid of them. click it back on to put it back. And then remember too, anytime you guys do any changes, you're going to have to go up here and click on publish, or else they won't be saved yet. So I'm just going to go back here. Next thing we can check out is the colors section. So right here, if you guys want to change any of this stuff, so any of this stuff right here you see green, you guys want to switch it up, change the color to that, you can select whatever color you want. Same thing with the background color, you see this gray right here, switch that to whatever you want. And if you guys want to add in a header image instead of just a plain blank section right here, this is the recommended size for it. You guys can do that, just add image just like always. Just upload it and then click on publish after you're done. Same thing too here for the background image. If you prefer, prefer just a solid color, you can also add an image. And like I said, just kind of go through this stuff right here. You can just click on it. You don't have to switch anything, or you don't have to save anything. You can switch the stuff and then you can just not click publish, and that way nothing is saved, just so you guys can get an idea of what's what on here. That's kind of the best way to learn this stuff, is to just go and check it out and try it yourself. And before you know it, you'll be able to use everything on the site. And then once you guys are done making your changes right here, like I said, just click on publish to save the stuff, or if you don't want to, just click on the X and then click OK. Alright you guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for this how to build a website on Bluehost video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now you have everything you need to build your own website. So make sure you go out and add your new post, and once you guys get a few of them up, you'll start to notice your website will start filling out more and more. Also, don't forget to work at your own pace too, because otherwise it's really easy to get overwhelmed if you're new to creating websites. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below this video and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe too if you enjoyed this video. And good luck with your new Bluehost website, and I'll see you guys in the next video.